Hey friends, Clayton Phillips here from Woody's RV World in Leduc, Alberta, Canada. And all I gotta say is the champ is here finally. This is the momentum, the granddaddy, the grand poobah of toy haulers. This is the 376 THS. And please forgive me because I don't edit these videos. They are completely unscripted, so I know that there's so much stuff to talk about on this toy hauler fifth wheel, folks. I'm going to be missing a ton, but I'm also going to try to give you a ton. So this fifth wheel just arrived at our dealership. It was originally called a 376TH. It's now called the 376THS for second generation. And we'll talk about the second generation part as we get around to the other side of the trailer, closer to the entry side as we walk around. But before we jump into just some detail on the trailer, this particular fifth wheel toy hauler, very unique. It's a front living room toy hauler. So very much a couple's coach. You don't have your conventional typical toy hauler, big, huge, massive garage in the rear eating up a ton of your trailer. But if you got a Harley, if you got a Can-Am Spider, if you got a golf cart, if you just want to bring kayaks and a bunch of stuff, or have a shed that you want to bring with you to hold all of your goodies, this particular fifth wheel toy hauler might be right for you. And you know, call it a toy hauler. You don't even have to haul toys with it. I mean, it could be a wood shop if you want it to be at the back end of the trailer. So, and we'll show you as we get around, but 41 feet, 1 inch in length. The hitch weight on this particular trailer is 3,250 pounds. So yes, you are going to need a big truck. Know your specs. F450, F550 would be beautiful as an example for the type of truck you may want to have with this. And so we're gonna jump into it. Again, this is the full-blown momentum, folks. And we're not missing anything on this particular trailer. So starting right up front here, one of the things that the momentum is known for, and forgive me, I've got the door down so I can't get too far back to show you, but with Grand Design, they're all about structure. They're all about foundation. They're all about building the quality into the product to support, one, their 3-year structural warranty, but also to make sure that what you're investing in stands the test of time. And it goes right from the front end of the trailer all the way to the back. So you can see that on this momentum, it's got a very aggressive front cap, but this front cap isn't just about looks. It looks absolutely fantastic, but it's a structure cap. So this cap, folks, when it goes on very rigid. All of these hard lines and edges gives it such a beautiful, sharp look, but it allows for that front cap. When it goes on square. And that's what you want. You know, a lot of caps in the industry, you know, a cap like this would cost the manufacturer a lot to make. And with some manufacturers so focused on keeping the price down, which can sacrifice the quality of your trailer, with Grand Design, they're not doing that, folks. So you get that structure cap. Now that structure cap isn't the only thing that they use to tie in the front end of the trailer. If you were to remove that cap, you would see a full steel cage that would wrap from sidewall, top to bottom, tying in the front end of this trailer. So it's a big trailer, it's a heavy trailer, and it's got all of the structure there. So full steel cage front, structure cap that goes on, and then you've also got the insulation factor on this front cap as well, because they pack it full of insulation. You've got that Astrofoil insulation plus their bat insulation, gives you that R40 right from the bottom part of your front cap all the way to the top, and then you've got that R40 going down all the way down your roof line as well. The other thing that you'll find with the insulation that they do on the front end of the trailer with the Grand Design product is behind this enclosure here, it's packed full of insulation as well. Some manufacturers, they just enclose it and they don't insulate it. So with Grand Design, again, you get that far superior insulation and R value in their products, you know, and that's tied to, again, how they warranty it. They warranty all of their RVs for full-time live-in use. That's why you see a lot of the Grand Design product on these YouTube influencers staying and living in Grand Design products, because the quality's fantastic, but it's that full-time live-in use warranty that you could make at your house. There are some manufacturers, folks, that I know I'm sitting up here on the front of the trailer and spending some time, but this is very, very important. When you're spending well over $100,000 on a fifth wheel, you want to know what you're getting. And with Grand Design, you get that full-time live-in use warranty. As I was saying, some of the manufacturers, if they find out that you're living in it through a warranty claim, they'll start penciling you back and saying, no, we're not covering that. And that's the last thing we want for you when you're investing the kind of money you do in your RV. So again, up front, you do get the More Ride pin box, folks. This really helps when you're dealing with this kind of weight, when you're accelerating with your vehicle, when you're stopping. This big rubber bushing here, acts as a bit of a shock absorber, reduces a lot of the chucking, and just creates for a much nicer towing experience. And it's got More Ride all the way around. More Ride North American made. You've got the More Ride suspension on here as well, which is really, really nice. Now up front here, I did option in the generator. You can go completely off grid with this trailer. If you wanted to go park it in the middle of the woods someplace and take your toy out and hunker down for a few weeks, you could definitely do it in this trailer. So you've got a 5,500 watt Awning gas generator. This will pull fuel from your 30-gallon fuel station or fuel tank, which your fuel station is tied into. And this particular generator will power everything in the coach. If you wanted to option in a third AC on this, which I couldn't get at the time when I ordered this, unfortunately with the shortages of ACs, I could only do the 2. It will power all 3 ACs good to go with their stealth AC system and racetrack ductwork. Super, super efficient, most efficient on the market. And you know, the Coachmen mock air conditioners and whatnot, it's by far the most efficient, fastest to cool your trailer AC system, but your generator will run them all. The other thing right up front here is I did choose to option in, you see this is the charge controller, 30 amp charge controller, that's by Jaboni. And then you've got the Magnum. That's a fuse there essentially, that if you get a surge in power or whatever, it pops that versus you're frying your electronics. But you've got a 2,000 watt Magnum pure sine wave inverter on this particular trailer. So what an inverter does is it converts 12 volt power to 110 power. So you could run a bunch of, you know, AGM batteries, lithium batteries in this system here if you so choose. And if you're in an area where you don't want to run your generator, for example, here in Canada in Banff, beautiful Banff National Park, if you're at the campgrounds just outside of Tunnel Mountain there, just outside of Banff, one of the campgrounds, no hookups, most beautiful campground ever, but they'll only allow you to run your generator, you know, for a couple hours in the morning for breakfast and then a couple hours in the evening for dinner. But if you're only able to hook up, but you want to run, let's say, a television inside on a rainy day, a computer, that sort of thing, that 2,000 watt inverter will convert your 12 volt power to 110 power, okay? And then paired with that package as an option is the inverter, is the 300 watt Jaboni solar panel. So on the roof of this trailer, which we'll jump up and show you that detail, has that 300 watt solar panel putting that charge into your batteries as well. Now, one thing I didn't show you tucked in the top corner of that compartment there is your hydraulic pump. Okay, now your hydraulic pump basically services, you've got a 6-point huge trailer, heavy trailer. You've got a 6-point hydraulic leveling system on this trailer. So you've got the 2 legs up front, you've got the 2 legs on either side in front of your tires there. They're up right now. And then you've got your 2 legs at the rear of the trailer. So that auto leveling system, it only overcorrects so far. So there's the odd time, depending on what type of surface you're camping on, you still may need to roll your tires up onto blocks and put blocks underneath your legs. But it takes a lot of the work out in terms of leveling, and it will level your entire trailer. The other thing you can do, you block it up. If you have a blowout, you need to change a tire, boom, you can lift up the one side and change out one of those tires. So, and they did do a tire upgrade this year, which is super cool as well. So a lot to talk about on the front. I did miss the fact that your front cap is fully painted, automotive painted. It's not a gel coat cap, so it's going to look good for many, many years down the line with that paint. It's not a gel coat cap that typically will discolor and fade over time. And then the graphics package on this, I didn't put on the full body paint. Up here in Canada, the full body paint is like a $15,000 option. We can get it if you so choose and you want to make it look super crazy looking. and amazing. But we did go with the regular exterior, which gives you the vinyl graphics. It's a 3M graphic, has a higher UV coating on it, is backed with a 5-year warranty. So they're really stepping behind their graphics. Grand Design doesn't hold back. They put on, you know, the best graphics they possibly can for the RVs so that they stand the test of time. Now, shooting up here on your weight badge, this particular trailer, as it came off the assembly line, with the equipment that it has, dry weight there is 16,434 pounds. Okay, that's without any water, cargo, or anything. And then you get up into your GVWR, which is 20,000 pounds. And then you split the difference, which is your cargo carrying capacity, is 3,506 pounds. Okay, so very respectable cargo carrying capacity. This is a tri-axle. You can option in the 8,000 pound axles. I would typically, if it had a raised elevated living room like in a Solitude, I would maybe go with it if you're doing a lot of traveling. Maybe put the 8,000 pound axles if it was just a tandem axle, but with the triple axle, you know, I felt that you didn't necessarily need to go to that. I mean, 3,500 pounds, that's a lot of weight to bring with you. You know, if you did want to go full time, you maybe want to go with it, but it does jack the price up quite a bit, okay? Your pass-through storage compartment. One of the things I really like about this layout is the amount of outside storage that you have. Now here, forward of the axles, up at the front of the trailer, you know, the front living room, you typically don't get a ton of pass-through storage, but Grand Design makes up for it because that bedroom is elevated at the back there. So again, full pass-through storage here. This is a heated compartment, which is nice. They force the heat down into this area. But one thing you'll notice with Grand Design, and this is the case for all of their fifth wheels, thicker gauge alloy for their studs here that you see that I'm showing you right now. They are fully bead welded. There are more studs typically, like the structure that you put into a Grand Design is absolutely fantastic. Now, one thing I'm just going to shoot on is that there's a little sticker there on the far side. And I'm just going to zoom in on it. It says Satellite Roof Access Channel. So Grand Design, on their Solitude and Momentum products, they run a conduit that goes from the roof up top outside down into this underbelly. So if you want to add a satellite dish, the conduit's there. It makes the install so much nicer. You're not having a technician having to reroute and find the best path for that wiring to go down into to get into this underbelly to hook up your satellite. If you wanted to run more wires for solar or what have you, you can totally do it. The nice thing with that 30 amp charge controller is we can add more panels to it and it'll handle a few more panels, which is nice. You have the controller here for your auto leveling system, which is real nice. Couple of lights, disconnect switches. One will be for your inverter, and then the other one just for your main batteries. Of course, Grand Design, known for their utility centers. Everything's tucked away inside. It's part of their WeatherTech insulation package, or all-weather package. So one top to bottom, they give you a light in here, so at night it's very easy to use. Light it up to be able to see what you're doing. But the Nautilus P1 Utility Center, first class, all color coded, allows you to operate the water inside the trailer. You can do a power tank fill on it. It's got your outside shower hookup, water pump switch, not having to go inside to turn on your water pump, black tank flush, city water connection. Very, very easy to use. Now, since we're talking about the water, this particular trailer has 115 gallon fresh water capacity. Now, when I say gallon, for us people in Canada, that's US gallons. Okay, so the weight isn't a pound for 1 gallon, 1 pound for 1 gallon. It's going to be a little bit lighter than that. But your gray capacity, your gray tank, sink and shower, 104 gallons. So that's one gray tank for your kitchen, one for your bathroom, and then just one toilet in this trailer, and that's 52 gallon black tank. So extremely good tank capacities, and that's why I say you can go completely off grid in this trailer for quite some time because you've got the capacities to do it. The other thing, whole house water filtration system. That'll do about 6,000 gallons of water, which is real nice. This is a heated compartment as well. The other thing, low point drains, that's what those are. If you're looking at RVs and you see a red and a blue water line hanging underneath the trailer and there's a couple of caps in it, that means those caps are susceptible to the temperature outside. With the Momentum and Solitudes, they put these real nice heavy-duty valves for your low-point drains up inside the heated area, which is real nice. You can see the water filter there. Run your fresh water line up inside this little porthole access here. I mean, if you wanted in Canada, live in this thing in the wintertime, you can completely skirt off the whole base of this trailer around the slide outs and everything, put a couple of heaters underneath, and run your water line up inside, and it's all protected in the heated area, which is real slick. So that's their utility center there. Okay, your hot water heater on the Momentum, the full-blown Solitude, is a 12-gallon tank, so it's the larger tank. It is gas and electric. The recovery rate, I want to say, is pushing like, it's between 16 and 20 gallons per hour, which is awesome. So, you know, husband can hop in, have his shower, then the missus can hop in right after and have her shower. And then you've got your 35,000 BTU furnace as well. Now, there are products out there that some manufacturers will put a bigger furnace on, 40,000 BTUs, but they don't nearly come to the R values that you would get on a Solitude or a Momentum product like this. So like I mentioned before, R40 in your front cap down your roof. You've got an R45 all the way through your floor. So that's from your floor all the way through to the enclosure on the underbelly of your trailer. Now I want to show you this. We'll spend a little time. We're going deep on this video, so if you're wanting to spend over $100,000 and you want to know about this product, you need to continue watching this video. So this is called Coroplast. That's that enclosure they use. Grand Design, one of the things they did was they worked with the Coroplast manufacturer. I don't know if that's going to give you a great shot there of the underbelly, but they worked with the manufacturer of the Coroplast, and originally what they were doing was the Astrofoil insulation, which is one of the insulations that they use in their products. Not the only insulation they use, but one of them. Was that when you opened up the underbelly, you had all this loose Astrofoil moving around. So what they did was they decided to work with the Coroplast manufacturer to get that Astrofoil bonded to the Coroplast. So when you remove this paneling, if you got to do service work, it's bonded to it. So it makes the service work so much nicer. Okay. Now behind the Coroplast, they run a whole layer of batt insulation, fiberglass batt insulation underneath the tanks, above the tanks, and then you've got your floor. So all the way through your floor, you've got an R45 insulation, which is fantastic. The other thing that's nice, Grand Design builds these little pockets, these air pockets, heated pockets, and that's the pass-through storage up front here, okay? That's going to create an air barrier, a warm air barrier. It's not going to maybe be room temperature, but it's going to create that air barrier from the underbelly up into your living area, which is what you want. This pass-through storage, which is fantastic. Okay, this is a heated compartment as well, creating another air pocket between your living space and the outside. And then at the very back, and I'm going to go back that way, I just want to show you, your garage, which is underneath your bedroom, this is a fully heated compartment as well. So you've got three very large, essentially, air pockets, heated air pockets, creating just a far better climatization inside your trailer, keeping it much warmer, okay? Now, the other factor is with the Momentum, they give you a 2 1/4 inch sidewall, which gives you an R11, okay? So it's one of the thickest sidewalls in the industry, and that will give you that R11. So far superior R values to most other products in the industry. You know, you got to spend almost $200,000 or better to get up to a 3-inch wall in like a Mobile Suites or something, and then you need a little mini Freightliner to pull it. That would be the only product above this in terms of sidewall thickness, okay? Now, in terms of structure, Grand Design, like I've mentioned in a lot of the videos, folks, is that they build their products to support their 3-year structural warranty. They wanted to come out with a 3-year structural warranty, and then they manufactured their products to support that. Because let's face it, RV manufacturers want to pay out as little as they possibly can on warranty. But Grand Design backs it up with a far superior product that you're going to have to deal with less issues, especially with structure. Okay? So every vertical wall panel in this trailer is fully laminated in a separate lamination facility. It's temperature regulated, humidity controlled, so that you have proper bonding with your sidewalls. Very, very important. Now within your sidewall, you have block foam insulation. I'm just going to walk around as I talk about this. You have block foam insulation. You have a superstructure, which is going to be all of your tubular aluminum, and it's all fully welded together. Okay, fully bead welded. It's not spot welded like some products. Okay, and it's a thicker gauge alloy that they use, all laminated. They frame in around all of their window openings. So if you were to take out any window, which pretty much I would put money on it, other than the longer skinny windows, every single window in a Grand Design trailer opens. Okay, that's one of the things that separates Grand Design on all of their products. That's that golden thread of consistency. But if you were to take that window out, you would see an aluminum tube around the entire opening of each of their windows. So when that window goes in, it bites down solid. Okay, big trailer like this, they cut holes in the walls for slide outs, put big openings at the rear for, you know, doors to be able to have the machines go in and that sort of thing. You need to have structure in your sidewall, or else what will happen over time with some products, and it's very, very common, they make them look pretty, is you start to get, you know, your windows will move around a bit more, seals will give way, you'll get corner moldings like this starting to pull away right here. One thing that Grand Design does, wherever you've got like a wall here, like your rear wall meeting your sidewall, in your superstructure within where you've got, because there's steel screws behind this cap here that go in to hold everything together. Some products, a lot of products, they don't support those steel screws in a hollow aluminum tube. Over time will wear that hole bigger, and that's where you get this corner molding pulling away, and the seal will give way and moisture will get in. Grand Design stuffs every aluminum tube that has an exterior fastener going into it with a wood dowel. Very, very important. Okay, they want that trailer to stay together. Okay, wherever there's a spot on the trailer where they can't put an aluminum tube and stuff it with a wood dowel, what they will do is they will laminate in the sidewall a sheet of steel for that screw to go into. So you're not just going into fiberglass and a Luan panel and foam potentially. So they're building that structure in, which is very, very important. Okay, again, little shot there. Now the other thing that they do in terms of their lamination is the roofs of their slide outs. Okay, I'm pointing at that roof right there. Every single slide out Grand Design builds is walk-on. Okay, now that roof panel again is laminated and built just like your sidewall is. So your slide boxes are built square. Very important. Every aluminum tube where you've got all of these screws going in, stuffed with a wood dowel. Okay, very, very important. Grand Design also, they do not use butyl putty on their trailers. Butyl putty, petroleum-based product, after about 6 months, it really starts to dry out. For you experienced RVers or people that have been looking around, the butyl putty is the sealant that you see on used trailers and new trailers, and most of them, a lot of them nowadays still, that's oozing out from the corner moldings. Okay, now some manufacturers have gotten smart where they trim it off and then they put a layer of silicone over top. But the issue is that butyl putty dries out, it cracks, and that's an access point for moisture to get in. Grand Design does not use any butyl putty. They use Mylar tape seal, which wraps sidewall to rear wall, sealing in the edge. Corner molding goes on, which keeps this piece real tight to the sidewall, as you can see. And then they run that silicone cap seal over top. So extremely tight is what you want, and that's what you get with the Grand Design trailer. Okay, moving on. One thing to note on your gate valves, black, gray, and gray. Those are the gate valves to drain your holding tanks up inside that heated protected area as well. Real nice. New for this year, you've got a 17.5-inch Cooper H-rated tire. This is the real deal for trailer tires, folks. If you'll notice, the trailer tire, when you look at it, like what you'd see on like a big tractor trailer kind of thing, this outer groove here, there's no tread on it. Okay? And why they do that is so that when you're backing up this trailer and you have to jackknife your trailer, what you'll get is tire binding, and you want that tire to free flow better, okay? Or else what happens is it binds more, it grips, and that's where you can bend an axle and have an issue with your suspension and shackle hangers and all those sorts of things. So they put on a far superior tire. Like, look at that tire. We've got almost a 17,000-pound trailer sitting on that thing, and it's barely squatting down, okay? The rims are super cool. It's the Dexter towing system, so you get a 5-year warranty on your axles. Never adjust brakes, easy lube hubs. Like, you can do a full wheel bearing repack right in your driveway without removing the tire. So real slick. And then you've got the CRE More Ride suspension system there as well. Bronze bushings. You can grease the bushings. all of those things. So they're putting a far superior product for towability. You can maintain it without breaking the bank to do it, which is real nice. Okay. One thing to point out is the double stacked chassis. So you've got a 12-inch I-beam paired with a 10-inch I-beam, and that's what we see here. That's part of the drop frame chassis up front. See those two I-beams? There's the, I'm going to say that's the 12-inch there going down to the 10-inch. So you got a double stacked, super thick chassis up front. And with that drop frame, that's how they can also get that far bigger holding tanks. And one thing with Grand Design, folks, when you compare the width of the trailer, and I've been talking for 25 minutes, there's so much to touch on this trailer. It's a wide stance. So this particular trailer, I believe, is at 101 inches or 101.5 inches. Your leveling system, your legs up front, see how they're slightly angled outwards? Okay, so that helps with stability, but your legs are going to be further out than most manufacturers. And your rails, those two I-beams that I showed you that were double stacked, they push them out a little farther than most products, okay? And what that gives Grand Design the ability to do is to insulate between the steel frame rail and the holding tank. So it goes all the way around. A lot of products, they actually sandwich that holding tank right up against the steel frame, which doesn't really necessarily do much for, you know, cold weather use, that sort of thing. So now we're at the back. This is one of the things that's really special with this product. This isn't, again, like I mentioned, is not a conventional built toy hauler, okay? So you've got a 9.75 foot deep garage here. So perfect for a Harley, perfect for a Can-Am Spyder, depending on the width of the tires. You know, a golf cart, those sorts of things. Now, you're standing here looking, going, hey, Clayton, well, it's not tall enough. Well, one of the things that they've done with this product, right from its inception, is it has the bed above this is on a ram, and it literally lifts right up. And that's going to give you an additional 11 inches in clearance in this garage, which is real slick. Those electric rams just lift it right up, gives you a little more headroom. So that's going to take it just over 6 feet in height in your garage area. Check that out for it to stop. Boom. Perfect. So lots of headroom. The width underneath that little box there is going to be 5.25 feet. Okay. And then you've got the height, we'll take it from where it was in the lower down bed position at 5.5 feet up to just over 6 feet, or almost 6.5 feet. So beautiful garage setup. Again, it could be a shed for you. You can pack your kayaks, your mountain bikes, whatever you want. A little extra storage here as well. Okay. I'm just going to lower this bad boy down so you can see how that works. Now that I optioned in the king size bed on this trailer, so you can get it with a queen, all residential dimensions, so fitted, you know, toppers and mattresses and those sorts of things will go around no problem. So what are we at? 28 minutes here. Woo! We haven't even gone inside yet or gone on the roof. Okay, and again, heated compartment. Real easy transition point. You know, this is the deck on it is not super high like most toy haulers either. So if you got a low boy, you know, bike or what have you, to get in and out, super easy. Okay. Now coming down the entry side of this coach here as well, you do have the outdoor kitchen, which is nice. It is covered with an awning above. You got the Suburban cooktop, refrigerator for all the bevies, which is nice. Outside entertainment, has the Rockford Fosgate stereo. We did option in the upgraded model, so the stereo on this thing is gonna thump. It's got the subwoofer built in, everything. You've got the outside television. Every TV in this trailer is a Roku TV, so it's a smart TV. If you're able to connect to Wi-Fi, you can stream, you know, Sportsnet and watch the hockey game while you're out camping in July for the playoffs. You know, that sort of thing. If you wanted to do a satellite dish on it, you could do that as well. And it also has the gateway device on it, so you can get the SIM card right from your cell phone provider and stream through your cell phone plan, which is cool too. But that TV is on an articulating arm. It'll actually pop right out and hey, party outside. Barbecue quick connect here as well. So it's got that. If you want to bring a portable fire pit with you, if there's a fire ban, that sort of thing, you can get it done. And then the other side to that beautiful pass-through storage. Okay, you've got 28 feet of awning on this particular trailer. So the rear awning above your outdoor kitchen and entertainment is a 10-footer. And then the other awning here that goes from there forward is an 18-foot awning. So tons of awning space. Now at the beginning of the video, I talked about the 376 THS for second generation. The first generation actually had the entry door on the other side of the dinette slide, like a typical front living room trailer, okay? They redesigned it because they got feedback. A Grand Design is beautiful for listening to customers. The really nice thing about the new floor plan, folks, is when the slide outs are fully retracted, you can still walk in and access your bathroom. So if you're moving from point A to point B, boom, you're right there, which is really, really nice. Okay, you can also get to your refrigerator. See the refrigerator right there in comparison to the island? You can access the one half of your lower fridge and both freezers. So if you wanted to get in, grab a drink from the fridge, do whatever, bring the groceries in with the slide outs fully retracted, you can do it with this model now, which is awesome. Okay, has the rise above step. It's RAM assisted. It operates like a laptop lid. So literally you just lift it up, like one hand operation, and get it going in the right direction. There you go. Laptop lid, fully supported. I like it also, they've done a nice little update on these legs that are fully adjustable. There used to be a pin that would go right in this hole and it was a bit of a pain. Now it's trigger operated. So with a push of a button, so much easier to adjust the feet on the rise above step, which is nice. And that step, when it goes in, you can see there's no step well that you got to deal with. Okay. Now, what's really nice with Grand Design is they're thinking, you've got behind your entrance door here, okay, steel, beautiful, not plastic, water port. So if you are camping out in the woods someplace and your step gets a little bit dirty, you can literally spray off your step. You're going to hopefully have water left over out of your 115 gallons. If you do, you like to shower. To spray off your step before you bring your step in. So, and again, wider doors, taller doors, huge monster windows. Like Grand Design, you know, they're not afraid to invest the money into monster windows, but secondly, they build the structure in the sidewall to support that big window. So, under carriage lighting, there's a whole light strip. You can't see it here with the sun shining through the door, but there's a light that goes all the way underneath the undercarriage of the trailer, really jazzing up the outside. So, little anchor to lock up your machines if you want to chain them up. Got a central vacuum in this particular trailer as well. So, I know I've thrown a lot at you. That's 32 minutes. I'm going to jump up on the roof and we'll do a whirlwind tour up there as well. So, just hang tight. All right, we're on the roof of this 376 THS, and there's a lot of real estate up here. Now, we're going to try to do this quick because this video is getting long. From the back moving forward, we'll just shoot up on it. One thing Grand Design does is they use the same roof construction on all of their products. So it doesn't matter what you get the best roof possible with the Grand Design trailers. So you have a 16-inch on center, wood truss roof, you've got the batt insulation, you've got the astrofoil insulation, you've got your wood decking up on top of that. What's important to it versus an aluminum tube or aluminum truss roof, they can't stuff a truss or an aluminum tube on a truss with a wood dowel. So again, every trailer is going to have a wood deck on it in some way, whether it's a laminated roof or not. But if they're screwing through a wood panel into using a steel screw into a hollow aluminum tube, you're dealing with the same issues. With Grand Design, you don't have to worry about that because you've got that thermal barrier, you've got that wood truss, that screw goes in, it bites down hard, and you've got all the R value in the world up here, which is fantastic. And then they layer on top the TPO. The TPO they use from an Alpha Superflex is the manufacturer. It's far more pliable. It lays down really, really nice. And then when they bend it, they wrap over the sidewall. You can see that roof, so that gutter rail sits a little bit lower, so they actually run that membrane over top of the sidewall down in behind that rail gutter, so that any moisture up on top of this roof, when it melts off, when you get that heavy snow load or it's raining, it's going to run right down into that gutter, which is nice. Okay, this is probably the best slide for me to step down onto. And so I'm just going to show you, I'm standing right on the top of their slide out, and it is solid as can be. So every single slide that they build, you can walk on it. Why that's important is if you want to sweep off the tops of your slide outs, which I would recommend before you bring your slide outs in. Okay, you don't want all that junk it's going to land on the tops of your slide outs, pine needles, little branches, leaves, that sort of thing piling into your slide seals. Okay, every single vent in this trailer is a max fan vent. So you got one in your bedroom, you've got one in your bathroom, and then you've got one in your kitchen. So that's the big fan blade, where it's rain sensor as well. So if that sensor gets wet, that lid will literally close on itself. And some people will add the additional cover as well. Okay, there's that 300 watt Jaboni solar panel, so that's going to put a lot of power right back into your batteries, which is fantastic. If you're parking your trailer into a storage compound someplace, you got all those batteries up front, you don't have to take all those batteries out. It can be a bit, labor intensive to deal with that, to put a charger on them. So to have that big solar panel is really, really nice. And that 30 amp charge controller, I think we can add another 1 or 2 of these great big 300 watt panels if you want. Okay, the other thing, this little guy right here, every Grand Design trailer has an attic vent on it. So you're dealing with the most expensive product they build right now is what I'm standing on, attic vent. And right across we've got their Transcend Explorer. This is their 200 MK. This is one of the least expensive products that they build, not an entry-level trailer, but you can see attic vent. Okay, same roof construction. Right? Golden thread of consistency, Coleman Mach air conditioner, everything. Grand Design up here, Coleman Mach air conditioner, beautiful. Okay, there's your AR360 Winegard TV antenna, and then there's that conduit for that if you want to run a satellite or what have you up top. So look at the sealant that they layer on up here. It's huge. Absolutely fantastic. So that's the roof of the Momentum 376 THS. And we're going to head to the back and jump down and head inside. Just one moment. Okay, we're going to jump up inside this 376 THS. Couple things before we do. Again, 3-year structural warranty, but key to like. Okay, toy haulers famous for having way too many keys. Grand Design, they key every single lock on all of your compartments and your entry door to the same key. So you get 2 keys, which is fantastic. So we're inside the 376 THS. I'm just going to shoot around. 18 cubic foot Norcold gas electric refrigerator, perfect for the dry camper. The guy that wants to go off grid, it's not a residential fridge. Okay, on your kitchen slide there, you've got your convection microwave, stainless steel, and then you've got your residential style propane Insignia oven. Like, check this sucker out. If you want to go full time, absolutely beautiful. You can actually cook a small turkey or chicken, larger chicken inside there. Now, I said every single window in this trailer opens except the long skinny one, and that's one of those ones right there. Okay, there's one above the headboard of the bed as well. But look at the island. It's a 2-tone cabinetry in here. You got kind of like a flat gray, farmhouse gray style look, which is awesome. The sinks in here are huge. Look at that sink. It's massive. And it's a 2-part sink as well. Real nice faucet, very residential look, full pull out, which is nice. And you got the smaller wash basin side if you're just doing a few dishes, you don't want to fill up the big sink. So real nice hardware, all plywood construction. It's not a thin Luan panel, folks. One thing to note, when you're out doing your competitive shopping, open up a drawer and push down on the middle of the drawer. A lot of products out there, they use a little thin Luan panel that flexes. This thing is plywood. It is solid. And it's finisher's grade plywood as well. It's not just some cheap piece of plywood. Plywood, chipboard, all of those things come in so many different qualities and levels. Grand Design putting the absolute best they possibly can in their products. Okay? And then you've got the big pantry here as well. So beautiful pantry, all lit. There's a switch on the inside there that you can use. Okay. Right here at the entryway, it has the one control system. So this basically allows you to operate everything on the trailer. So all of your lights are tied to this system. So rather than going around turning all the lights on by, hitting all these individual switches, you can literally kill all the lights in one shot, which is awesome. But this operates your HVAC, it operates your awnings, operates your tank monitors. It does everything. And the other cool part that's really nice is there's an app that you can download that connects to your trailer. So if you're opening your slide outs and you're kind of in like a heavy wooded area and you're like, will my slide out hit that tree, for example, you can literally be outside operating your slide outs, pushing the button right on your phone, watching. And you can do that by yourself. You don't need help, right? A lot of times you got to have somebody outside, am I going to hit it? And they're like, just holler at me if I'm getting close, right? So with this one, you don't have to worry about that. It'll do your generator, your leveling, your awnings, like I said, everything right through this one control, which is really, really slick, okay? On the entry side, the Grand Design, they always try to put as many windows as possible, but big windows on the camp side of your trailer. So when you're inside your trailer looking out into your space, monster windows. And the slide box here, folks, is almost 7 feet tall. It might even be 7 feet tall now. Like, this slide box is huge. Okay, the structure's in there to support such a big opening, that size of window, and every window opens like I mentioned. Okay, you got a little work desk there if you want to, bring a computer with you, that sort of thing, but tons of storage. You got the little cork board there for pinning stuff up and that sort of thing. So central vac, you got the dust kick there, right? Just sweep everything over, kick that open, it'll suck everything in. And with Grand Design, folks, there's no heat ducts in their floors. Floor plan specific, you may find one up in a bedroom someplace because that may be the only spot that they can run that heat plenum. But in terms of your main floor and your fully walkable areas, no heat ducts in the floor for dirt traps and those sorts of things. Okay, real nice handle there to get up. And again, front living room. This is in the stone interior fabric. It's a new fabric color that they've got. This is a wide body, like I mentioned, 101 inches wide. So what's nice about that is you've got a trifold sofa here which makes into a bed, and you've got a trifold sofa on this side which makes into a bed. So both of them fold out, and there's still a walkway down the middle, which is really nice. So it makes, if you've got some guests or what have you, some grandkids with you, kids, whatever, it turns it into a nice little bedroom for them. Okay, your theater seating is heat and massage, of course, and of course the most comfortable seating position right across from your entertainment. What's new, that fireplace right there, folks, 10,000 BTUs. Okay, you've got, with the 35,000 BTU furnace, you've got 45,000 BTUs of heating capabilities, which is awesome. From a heating perspective, this trailer has one of the highest heating BTUs in the industry, which is real nice. And then that TV, again, Roku TV on a power lift or a televator, if you will push a button and that TV will go right down. Okay, so beautiful, beautiful living room. You've got the Rockford Fosgate stereo, so watching movies, you're bringing, like, you are in the movie, which is real nice. So again, just shooting around here on the inside. I know I'm missing some stuff, but there's the spot for your, right below your TV antenna. If you want to add another Wi-Fi booster, you can do that. Look at the beautiful light there, all backlit. It's like a gas light. So, just absolutely beautiful trailer. Heading back to the rear of the trailer, again, you can access your bathroom when the slide outs are fully retracted. Big, beautiful Encore shower. That shower floor sits a little lower than the main floor of your bathroom, so if you're very tall with that skylight, you've got tons of headroom in this trailer, which is awesome. Beautiful shower, beautiful under counter mount sink as well for your bathroom. The sink doesn't sit on top of the counter, or the edge of it at least, So if you spill some water here when you're doing your thing, you just wipe it into the sink and you're good to go. Beautiful vanity. Storage below, porcelain toilet, all pocket doors. Grand Design does that. If you did a swing door here, folks, typically a swing door would open here. In order to get into your bathroom, you've got to walk down the stairs to get into your bathroom. Grand Design does pocket doors, which is so much nicer, and they do it. This one's got the quick access door, so if you have guests, you're not heading out into your living area to get into your bathroom. So you got the access here. Again, pocket door, which is nice. And we're going to go this way, and we're going to show you the bedroom. So I optioned in the king size bed on this particular model, folks. Be aware, the king size bed does eat up a little bit more walk space on this side. It's not like it's right up against the wall, so you could do a shimmy shake to get down if you have to have the king size bed. They're telling me 80% of what they build is in the king size bed because that's what people want. Making the beds easy, but that's a residential king size bed, which is nice. I can get a queen, which gives more space on this side. Because it's a wardrobe slide there, they still have to give the same amount of space, whether it's king or queen, on that side of the bed in order for that slide out to come in. But that's all storage there. Great big wardrobes. You got 4 drawers down below, and then you got another wardrobe there in the corner. Storage above, everything. So, great big windows. Again, dual pane. I optioned in the thermal pane windows on this, so got that dual pane. You don't get a huge R value increase in a dual pane window, but what you do get is it's a much quieter window. All the motorhomes, pretty much every diesel pusher is putting dual pane windows in it for quiet purposes because you're traveling inside the coach as you're going down the road. In this, you've got it, but also it helps prevent, when you're camping inside your trailer, living in your trailer in the colder weather, you're breathing, you're cooking, you're cleaning, so there's more moisture inside. And on a single pane window, if it's below 0 degrees Celsius outside or freezing, you'll get frost that'll build up on your window a whole lot more, where a dual pane window helps reduce the chances of that happening. So dual pane windows all the way, and then you got your bedroom TV, and that's on an articulating arm as well. So you can kind of swivel it around if you want. There's that big fan I was talking about. You got 3 of those bad boys in this trailer. One in your bedroom, one in your bathroom. If you're, dry camping, off grid, what have you, and you don't want to run your air conditioner, but you want to get some real nice airflow, just turn those suckers on and they'll move the air real fast for you. So I know I've spent a ton of time on this video. My battery is running out of power and I put a brand new battery on it. Anyway, my name's Clayton Phillips. I'm the sales manager here at Woody's RV World Leduc, and I just taught you about the 376 THS. I hope you learned something. We would love to be able to invite you down to our dealership, host you to our store. We're the #1 selling Grand Design dealer in Alberta. Our company is the largest Grand Design dealer in Canada, and we were the #1 dealer in Canada when they signed us up, when they first started their company. And we're just so proud to represent this product, and I know Grand Design is just as proud with us representing their product. And we want to come alongside you. Check the reviews. Search, Google Woody's RV World Leduc. That's spelled L-E-D-U-C. And don't take my word for it. Read the reviews from our customers. We've got 230 on there. We're showing 5 stars. And we're just so proud of what we've been able to accomplish here and helping people get into the RV of their dreams and really create memories for them and their families. So again, I've talked too much. Thanks for hanging in there with me. If you want to know more about this RV, give us a call, 780-986-1234, or visit us at our dealership. We're just south of Edmonton, 15 minutes, and this bad boy's in stock. It's ready to go to a nice family to go and create some memories of their own. So again, thank you for your time. Be safe out there in the world. Take care and happy camping.